Who Moved My Cheese? It's a book that's on a lot of people's lists. It's actually a very short book, but you might not have been able to get a chance to get to it. Today, in this Leadership Nugget, we're going to go over a quick summary and let's dive into it.
Leadership Nugget.
Who Moved My Cheese is actually a story in a story. It starts out with a bunch of people who go back to their high school reunion, and one of the characters involved tells this story of Who Moved My Cheese. The parable within that story of Who Moved My Cheese has four main characters. They are Sniff, Scurry, Hem, and Haw. So what's the point of this? Stepping back, Sniff and Scurry, they represent the simple sides of ourselves, the intuitive sides that just take action. Right? You're just using your nose or your sense or your intuition. Scurrying, you're just taking action, right? And then there's the Hem and the Haw side of us, which is the more complicated, sophisticated side, which isn't necessarily bad. But as they mention in the story, that's also the side of us that can get caught in paralysis by analysis. What we want to talk about today is what the story itself is about, so you can be caught up on that, and then the key takeaways from it. Something I want to mention is, if you haven't picked up the book, there's some real gems in here. There are little areas, I'm going to go ahead and show you a little closer, where there are blocks of cheese, and they have these great sayings. So I'm going to mention a couple of them today as we talk about this. So what the story is about is these four characters. Every single day when they wake up, they hop into their running clothes, they get their running shoes on, and they run out there. They're looking for their cheese. The cheese represents the thing that makes you come alive, the thing that's your dream. That's your cheese, right? Whether it is, living comfortably, having a great family, having a fulfilling relationship, starting a business, whatever it is, that's your cheese. And so that's what that represents. And every single day they're getting out there, they're strapping on the running shoes, and they're looking for their cheese. Well, one day they stumble upon this huge cheese station, Cheese Station C. There they have all these wonderful cheeses that they try, and they're excited. So Sniff and Scurry find it, and they're enjoying the cheese, but so do Hem and Haw. Now, Sniff and Scurry, every single day they still go to their homes, come back, and run to Cheese Station C, and while they're eating the cheese, they've got their shoes laced up and ready to go around their necks every single day, just in case something happens. Hem and Haw, on the other hand, as they're finding that they can continue to come back to Cheese Station C, and that there's a lot of cheese there, they start to get comfortable. Now they get to the point where they're actually starting to really enjoy having the cheese around, and that's when one of them writes, "Having cheese makes you happy." And so that's the first block of cheese. And so what happens is they start to build their houses near the cheese. They're really starting to wake up later and walk slower as they get to Cheese Station C. Unbeknownst to them, what happens is the cheese in Cheese Station C is slowly disappearing. One day, that cheese is gone. Hem and Haw, on the other hand, they keep thinking to themselves, well, let's come back tomorrow. Let's see what happens. And they check out the cheese again. No cheese. They come back again, no cheese. So they're wondering, and they keep thinking to wait. The Hem doesn't want to leave. And Haw eventually gets the idea, you know what, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to venture out. Haw finally leaves Cheese Station C, and he goes to look for more cheese. As he's going out there, a lot of these cheese blocks that are illustrated within this book have Haw's thoughts. And it's neat because for anybody who's ever had to go through a change that's jostled you, like if you've lost a job, become unemployed, had a relationship that ended, there's a lot of jostling and discovering that has to happen for you to feel whole again. And so Haw's journey there is something that I think a lot of people can relate to. I'm going to read some of these cheese blocks. The more important your cheese is to you, the more you want to hold on to it. And that is so true. There are things where it's over. The job is gone. You might have been working there forever and it's not happening anymore. Or it was a great relationship and it's not there anymore. And that was what was happening to Hem. But Haw got out of there and he's looking for new cheese. So as he continues to look throughout the corridors and look around, he's actually writing these different thoughts.
Leadership Nugget.
So hopefully that was helpful to you. I'd love to hear your comments, your thoughts, and big takeaways that you may have had. Feel free to hit in the comments any of the thoughts that you have or on the website. Thanks for joining us today. My name is James Wang, and this was another Leadership Nugget.
Subscribe.